Hey my glam girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, where we talk about all things glam and all things girly. I'm a beauty enthusiast that loves to talk about everything dealing with beauty and makeup, and today we have my January favorites, and we have some amazing products in this video. We have some okay products, we have some products, we've got makeup, skincare, we got all the things. So stay tuned for all of that. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly do appreciate it, and let's get right into this video. Okay, so right off the back, I'm not going to be talking about foundations because I'm doing a foundation roundup. That video will be up either tomorrow or Sunday, or maybe Monday. It will be up within the next few days. So instead of me just making this video a whole hour long, we'll just exclude foundations for now, but we'll talk about everything else. So first, I want to talk about two concealers. The first one is the new Bobbi Brown stick. So I did receive this from Octoly and Bobbi Brown, so thank you so much for sending it to me. But when I saw this on Sephora's website, I was actually quite interested in it, so that's why I requested it. So I wear the shade Honey. It is the under eye concealer that I'm wearing now. This is good, good, good. It's very creamy. And I want to say that it's got some good skincare ingredients in it. I just don't remember off the top of my head. But here is a swatch of what it looks like on the skin. As you can see, it has a nice satin finish to it with just like a slight radiance, but nothing that is overly shiny, dewy, emollient, or too slippery. This type of concealer gives, I would say, solid medium to full coverage. You can apply it with your finger because I've done both. It blends in nicely. I prefer a brush, but that's just my preference. You can do either. I have not tried it with a sponge, so I can't give feedback on that. But my assumption is that it would blend very nicely as well. What I like about it the most is that it has a really nice dry down to where if you have pretty normal skin, you might not have to set it. So for me, when I wear it, I don't always set it, and I'll get some creasing of it after, you know, some time. I'll just take my finger, blend it in, and we're good to go. So I really like that property of with this concealer. And a lot of times concealer sticks and I, we don't really go together because they're too drying or they're too emollient, or I just feel like they're just not the easiest to work with because they're not a fluid. I like this. Kaleidoscope, I picked up this Corrector Pen and I have this shade Hazelnut. Whoo, child, when I first tried this on, I was like, what dewy light is sitting on my under eye area? It made my under eye area look so alive and vibrant, so hydrated, so plump, like it looked amazing. So I recently did pick this up, but I was like, oh, this might be a yearly favorite. I'm just calling it a little early, yes I am, but this might be a yearly favorite. It is beautiful. Not a new product, but very much new to me. The applicator is very similar to the YSL Touche Éclat pen, but I really like it. Coverage is like a nice medium, but you can also wear it a little lighter if that's what you would like. And I think if you have more oily skin, combination skin, I think you would enjoy the Bobbi Brown stick concealer more. And then if you have normal skin to drier skin, maybe combination oily, you could roll with Kaleidoscope. Now let's talk about, I don't know what to talk about it. Okay, here we go. Danessa Myricks is the woman I am obsessed with right now. I have always enjoyed her artistry. I've always thought she was just, like, she is the artist I yearn to be like 100th of. But on Tuesday, she does her tutorials on Instagram Live, and I've been tuning in, and I think doing that, I'm like currently obsessed with all things her. So I had already purchased some of her Color Fix products, but watching her tutorials on Tuesdays have really shown me an appreciation as to how I can use them all across the face. So I have purchased more. And as a matter of fact, I just got a package at the door, which probably has more of the Color Fix products. So let me actually go check and then I'll come back so I can show you all the colors that I have. Okay, so it was my package. So the Color Fix products, I feel like I need to make a whole video on this. If you're interested in that, leave that in the comment section below. I would be absolutely thrilled to do a whole video on Danessa Myricks Color Fix and just do a whole face, literally, because you can do a whole face with her Color Fix products. So this is literally a whole face type of product. I used to think these were solely for like the eyes, maybe the lips, but these literally can be foundations, concealers, lip products, eye products, eyeliner, blush, contour, literally all for the face. They are budge proof, water resistant, sweat resistant, all of the resistances, and you can manipulate the finish of them, especially like with the matte versions of them, with a little bit of oil, because she sells an oil that I'm also going to be picking up. But you can make the product whatever it is that you want it to be, and it will be so long lasting and bulletproof. And as a makeup artist, that's what I want in my products, especially when I'm working on clients. But as an individual consumer, I want my makeup to stay. I want it to look great. And I also want it to be pigmented, especially because I do have a little bit of melanin in my skin. So I originally had, how many? 5 or 6 of them, and then I accumulated more. So I'm just gonna call off the shades that I have. And like I said, I can do a more in-depth review of the ones that I have and the ones that I will be purchasing, because I was watching one of her master classes, which, okay, let me just put this in and then I'll keep going. If you go on her website, you can subscribe to her her beauty school or her master classes. So I signed up. The subscription is $19.99 a month, and you get access to all of these classes and courses and tutorials that she does or that she has other artists do. So I was watching one today on bridal makeup, and I forgot the name of the artist. I'll put her name on the screen, and I learned even more. So while I was watching that, I was like, oh, these are the next Color Fix products that I need to purchase, because she was showing them in action and I just need them all. So I Parade, this is a foiled shadow. Plum Wine is a matte. The cream one, this is called Celebration Matte. This is called Nude 3, which I will say Nude 3 has become my base for my eyeshadows. Love it. Then we have Mermaid, which is a foil. The one that just came in the mail today is Valentine. You already know this gonna be used before Valentine's. Another one I got today is called Kaleidoscope, and y'all, the 3-dimensional specks of light in this one, Valentine and Kaleidoscope, I'm already in the look. Already in the look. Cupcake, this is a cream one that she used on her, no, this is a glaze formula she used on the model's lips, and I was like, I need that. And then a matte one called Chocolate and Brownie. And then lastly, I have Exposed, which is a matte. So, oh, did I talk about this one? Oh, and then Fantasy, this is a foil. So for today, for my eye look, I used the Color Fix Chocolate, yes, Chocolate, and I just blended that all over the lids. So I initially put this over the lid and then blended up into the crease. I also filled in my lips with the shade Brownie, so I created my liner and then filled in my lips with it. For the green duochrome shade, I went in with the Lightworks Volume 3 palette and used the shade Gaia. And then the inner corner, and lower lash line, I mixed the 2 shades Soul and Gaia together. And that's what I have on my eyes. And that's it. I know. And I'm just, like I said, I'm obsessed with all things her. So like today, for my bronzer, I used the Contour Balm, which I've had this one for over a year and I love it. I wear the shade Medium 3. It's amazing. So that's the bronzer that I have on today. The blush that I have on, these new Dewy cheek and lip palettes, get into them. I did do a full review of these products, so I'll link that so you can check it out. But you can use this on the cheeks and the lips, and they are stunning. So today for blush, I used this shade right here. I just used a little bit. I didn't use a lot, and I just tapped it on to my cheeks. And what I love about these is that you can use them on skin that has not been powdered, or you can use them on skin that has been powdered. So when I applied the blush or the product today, my skin had already been set with powder. It does not pick up the product underneath. It lasts, it gives a beautiful glow to the skin. I know y'all see that. And it's stunning. Extra pigmented. and very comfortable on the lips as well as the cheeks, because you know there's sometimes when there's a product that's made for lips and cheeks, and a lot of times I find that for my preferences it's one or the other. I rarely find a product like that that I feel comfortable and feels good on lips and cheeks. This is one of the products that does. I'm gonna talk about another one today that does not. So I love these. So yes, she has been getting a good amount of my money this month, and she will be continuing to get a lot of my money from here on out, because I think I need all things Danessa, and I have a goal of wanting to actually attend one of her master classes. I would probably just cry the whole time because I'd just be in such awe of being in her presence. But yes, those products that I just called out, I'm telling you all, you will not be wasting your money. And don't be intimidated by the Color Fix products, because they do seem more of like artistry products. Use the tiniest bit, work in phases. And you know what, even if y'all don't want to, I think I might still just do a dedicated video now that I'm talking, because I think once you figure out how to use her products, they really do make a difference in what you want to use, especially when you need the makeup to last and you need it to look a certain way. So that video is coming, even if y'all don't want it, it's coming. Okay, now on to like some products that were just So the Fenty liquid highlighters, you guys. That's how I feel about these products. Okay, so I did a review on these. I will go ahead and link that for you so you can check it out. Okay, here's my dilemma. I love this shade, Hustler Baby 2.0, but it's got glitter in it, and like it is visible on the cheek. You don't necessarily feel it, like it doesn't feel gritty when you're like feeling the liquid, but you see it on the cheeks, and it's just like, I don't really always want glitter in my highlight. However, this shade here called Honey Hottie does not have that glitter in it, but this shade is too deep for my complexion to wear as a highlighter. Now, what I have been doing, which is pretty okay, is putting these under foundations, and that actually looks really nice. Don't put too much, because then that kind of doesn't look too nice. So that's how I've been wearing them, so I can get use out of them. But what I recommended, I would recommend Honey Hottie for sure. For sure, especially if you got like a nice rich tan complexion or deeper. This is gonna look really beautiful. What I do like about these products is that they do set down. So you do need to work a little quickly, like not like as quickly as you need to work with the Color Fix products. You got a little bit more time, but it's not also a product that you can just like, I wouldn't recommend like applying your highlight all over your face and then working in sections, because by the time you get over here, this stripe is gonna be harder to blend because it would have started to dry. But Hustle Baby 2.0, if I would have seen this in store, I would not have bought it, because I know I don't like glitter in my highlighter, and I just wish this shade would have been formulated without the glitter, because I love this shade. I think it is just so beautiful. This one, I love the texture of it. It's just a little too deep for me to wear. Now, summertime, I think I'm gonna get some good use out of Honey Hottie, because hopefully I will get a nice tan this summer from being outside, and I can apply that under my foundations, and I'll look like really nice and bronzy. So these are not bad products. You know, I just wish I had a few tweaks here or there. So that's that. Now, on to some other products that I really like, but going back to what I said about these dewy lip and cheek products by Danessa, how you can use them, or at least I can use them on the cheek and lips comfortably. These Chanel lip products, so I have two. I have the red shade in Red Camellia, and then I have this like corally shade in Wake Up Pink. So these are products that you can also use on the lips and cheeks. They're very dewy products, and these colors are really gorgeous. When I first tried them on the cheeks, I felt like they lifted up my foundation so bad. So these are definitely products that you're going to want to apply with pretty much nothing on the face, or very little foundation on top or underneath, because they are quite dewy, right? Okay, so I was like, ooh, these are gonna feel amazing on the lips. And they feel like a little dry on the lips. So weird. And the dewy shine that you see from this product on the cheeks, you do not see on the lips. And I was like, oh, these are about to go back to the store, because I'm not gonna use these at all. But I decided to use them for the lips, and I actually really enjoy these for the simple purpose of I have one in my bathroom upstairs. I keep one on my makeup vanity. So when I sit down to do my makeup and my lips are feeling like a little dry, I like that because I keep the red one downstairs. I like that I can pick this up, put it on my lips, and I dab it because this is also not a very pigmented product either. You can try to build the product up, but it's not meant to worn very pigmentedly. So I'll just dab it on the lips. Now I've got like a nice tint of color. My lips do feel a little hydrated. They just don't feel as like dewy and glossy and moisturized as I would have thought they would have been based on how the product looks on the cheek. Does that make sense? And same with going upstairs. After I wash my face off at night, and you know, I want to put a little lip product on, I'll reach for this and it works nicely. So I've gotten use out of them. I would say, do I recommend them? I would recommend this product to the person who, I don't really wear foundation, and if I do, I wear like an actual tinted moisturizer, and I just want a little pop of something, just a little subtle something on the cheek, and I want a little bit of luxury. I think you would love this product. If you're looking to get like full pigmentation from this product, don't buy it because you're not. And if you're looking to wear this product like, and it be a nice, what am I trying to say? Like a nice non-complex product, don't buy it either. Because like I said, you put a full face on and try to put this on top, you're gonna be upset because it's gonna pick up the foundation underneath. So I like the product and I recommend it for those people, but I don't think that's a product for everybody, and I think that's fine. Like I think that is for the minimalistic person who's just like I said, how kind of like how I've been wearing them, or if I were about to go out the house, had no makeup on, but I was like, you know, let me put a little mascara on, like dab a little something on the cheek. That's that product. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay, now on to, I'm literally going all over the place, so because I'm just reaching as I go. I requested these 10-second eyeshadows from Kosas because I was like, these seem kind of cute and like they could be something that I like. And I'll admit, I'm not a big liquid eyeshadow person, but y'all, I go back into the office on Monday. I've been working from home for almost 2 years, and I have loved working from home. I've loved the flexibility of it, but here we are. So I'm like, I need to find some makeup products that can allow for me to have a quick face with very little time, because it's the whole hustle and bustle again, right? So I was interested in these liquid eyeshadows for that reason. And you got to follow the instructions. Thank you to the subscriber who told me to follow the instructions, and you have to wait 5 or 10 seconds after you apply them. And then I used my brush the first time and I felt like I was getting a lot of patchiness and all of the above. And I also wasn't waiting the full 5 to 10 seconds. But I use these, I wait 5 to 10 seconds and I use my finger to blend it out. The cutest, subtlest glow on the eyelids. I love, love, love these. So let me do quick swatches of the shades that I have so you can see them. They're thin in consistency, so they're not gonna be a product that you're gonna wanna build on top of each other. We're not here for that. We are literally here for exactly how I described them. I gotta be out the house in a few seconds. I wanna put a little beat on the face, a little beat, and I wanna have an eye look with it, but I really have like 5 minutes. That is what these products are for. So we're not building 5 and 10 layers on top of each other. We're doing like a nice one layer, blending it out with the finger, and I'll take my finger and blend up into the crease area, and we're done. So this first shade is going to be Simmer. So we have the shade right here, Simmer. Then I have the Smolder, yes. Smolder is right here, so this shade right here. It's like a bronzy shade. Simmer is more champagne shade. And then we have Heat. Heat is gonna be this more like rose gold type of shade. And I love, love, love them. So they've been on my head now for about 5 to 10 seconds. And so what I do is I just take my ring finger and I start to blend like so. And do you see how that just leaves a nice, beautiful sheen on your hand and also on your eye. These do set down. They're not gonna be like, you know, eyeshadows that are gonna last, you know, for 12, 15 hours, but they do have some good lasting power because I have worn these for like a full day's worth of time, and you still see shimmer on my eyes. They faded some, but you still see them. So I really, really, really like these. I'm gonna go ahead and just blend out the champagne shade, and I think they are gorgeous. So this is what they all look like blended out, and I would recommend for sure you use your finger to blend out the product. I'll try it again with a brush, but I like the finger application. And I think, you know, it's called a 10-second liquid eyeshadow. I think it's, you know, formulated to best use with a finger because you can just quickly get in there and get out. But I really, really like those. I think that is a really great product for like a quick one and done type of look. So just wanted to update you all on that, that they are a very beautiful product. So, I got so much stuff to talk about. All right, if you don't have a snack and a drink, go ahead and get you some. So I told you guys earlier in this year, I figured out what the problem was as to why I did not like the Dior Backstage No Powder Powder. I had bought this shade last year, shade 3N. I actually decluttered this, but then I kept hearing people talk about it in their favorites video. And so I went to my declutter pile because I hadn't thrown them out, picked it back up. You started using this with a sponge, not a sponge, a puff. Where's my puff? And it's amazing. So, oh, here we go. So I bought, so I was originally using this powder with a brush, and the brush was not dense enough to pick up the product and really press it into the skin. You need something to press into the skin with when using this product to really get the full benefit of it. So I bought the one size puff. I'm about to go put this in the wash machine, so it looks raggedy, sorry. I use both sides, and I really like this puff. It's very soft, and it really presses the product into the face, and you get that gorgeous, no powdered, blurred effect from the powder. I now see why everybody loves it. If you were like me and you don't get the hype and you've been using a brush, get you a puff. I originally just went into one of like my powder foundations and used one of those puffs, and I saw it right away. So if you've got puffs at home, you don't go spend any money. But this one size one, I do like it, so I would recommend it. I think it was like $14. So good. So this was so good, I went and bought shade 4N because 3N works well to set my T-zone. 4N works really nice to set the perimeter of my face. So I have both of these powders on. And let me tell y'all, I have not been reaching for CoSAS as much now that I figured out how to work this. So I told you all I'm gonna do a showdown of the Dior Backstage No Powder Powder and CoSAS again to really see like, is CoSAS still the better powder? Because when I first did that video, I was using this with a brush and I really couldn't see the effects of it. So I'm obsessed with it. I think it's amazing. Give it a try if you're interested. Now, let's move on to some Chanel products. Chanel came out with some new blushes earlier this year, and I'm saying earlier this year like it's November, last month, and I picked up both shades and I really like it. So I have the shade called Brune Russie, and of the two, so we have this one, this beautiful burnished brown reddish color, and then there's this peach color right here, which is called Peche Rosé. Both of these are gorgeous. If I had to choose one, Brune Russie is going to be the one that I'm choosing because this is an actual blush shade on me, whereas Peche Rosé is more of like a highlighter shade. So we'll go and just put a little on just so you can see it. This is the BK Beauty 107 brush, and it just looks so beautiful on the cheeks. Gives you a beautiful flush of color, but you can definitely build up this product. So if you are of a deeper complexion than me, you can actually still wear this and it will look like a nice, beautiful neutral blush on you. Isn't that gorgeous? Very, very pretty. Whereas, let me get another brush. I'm using the travel size of the 107 brush and going in with Peche Rosé, putting this on the brush and putting it on this side. And as you can see, it just looks more like a highlighter. You don't really see any color from the product on my face. So I wouldn't recommend this particular one unless you are of a lighter complexion, light, fair, light, medium. I think those complexions will actually see that slight peachy tone that comes from this blush. If you're of a deeper complexion, then go with Brune Russie. Both of these are really nice. I'm very happy that I picked them up. Mother Pat X Bridgerton. Gave me all the feels, all of them. So I love both of the highlighters from that collection. So we have Extreme Gold 002, and this is just stunning. Now for me, I don't use this on the face. This goes on the eyes for me. Love the formula. I love the embossing on this particular highlighter. Like, this is actually a collection that I would, highlighter wise, wouldn't really touch just because of the embossing. Now Incandescent Gold 002, this is the highlighter that I wear more often, and I love, love, love it. So let me do a quick swatch of it. Oh, look at that, look at that. It is so, so gorgeous, so smooth and fine. And even though we've got like, I don't wanna say glitter, like shimmer, like shimmerness, shimmerness to it. It's so smooth, and the shifts of the cup, Pat killed it with that one. I absolutely adore is it Daughter of the First Watch? Is that what we call this eyeshadow palette? This eyeshadow palette is definitely a favorite from this month. I've done quite a few looks with it, and one of you all, I think it was Jamie, was it you, Jamie, that was like, every time I see this palette, I see one look, but you've got, you know, a couple looks out of it. And I was like, yes, I see so many looks when I look at this palette. Not like 50, but like more than one. But I love it. I love the formula. I love that we have a special shade. I love this new formula. What does she call this? Velvet Matte. I think these are the Velvet Mattes. No, this is the Velvet Matte, and these two are Satin Mattes. Is that what she calls them? I love everything about this. This is a highlighter shade for me. Packaging, 100% gorgeous. These products sit right here on my vanity because these are the palettes that I want to reach for, eyeshadows I want to reach for. And then this is my first time owning her highlighter and blush palette. And I really like these blush shades. I mean, I have them. These are not new to me in terms of like the blush shades. The highlighter is new to me, but I do like the combination that she has in this palette with the eyeshadow palette and the highlighters. I really do like it. So I love everything about this collection. It was a huge hit for me. I do have a full review, so I will link that for you if you'd like to go see it. Then we get into, let's talk about a couple products that I'm just like, Okay, first is going to be the new Rare Beauty Cream Bronzer. So here's the thing. The only thing that I just can't get with is the shade, but the formula, it's the formula that keeps me figuring out like, how can I make this work? Because it's so smooth, hydrating, moisturizing. It feels like it has all the hyaluronic acid in it, and it glides, like literally, like watch this swatch. Watch this swatch. Hold on, let me put it right here. Is that on the highlight? Yep, it is. Here we go. Let's just watch it this way. Look how it just glides. Is that not gorgeous in terms of the glide? But that tone is described as a neutral tone, but every time I look at this, it just looks caramel and red to me. Like caramel, red, and orange. That's what I see when I see this. And so when applied to the face, when I underpaint with this, it's fine because I cover it up with foundation and I do have a nice warmth underneath. But to wear this on top of my foundation, I feel like it's too orangey red and not in a way that I like it. So that's my only qualm with this. And I did go in store, I swatched the shade before this shade and the shade after it. Those didn't work. So this was, I felt, the better shade for me, but I don't really like it. So like I said, I can make it work, but I just wish the shade was more, like I wish it was an actual neutral shade. I would, when I say, if this were an actual neutral shade, favorite of the year, hands down, because the formula is so nice. The other product that I just, this Nars Light Reflecting Powder, I have it in the shade Shore. I just wish this powder could work more for just the initial set. So you apply your foundation, you go to use this powder to initially set the face. I go in, you know, with my favorite buffing brush, the Sonia G Smooth Buffer Brush. And I mean, this looks heavenly on the skin. The shade matches me very well, beautiful. Let my oils start to mix in with my foundation like normal. And if I go to touch up with this, it breaks up the foundation. I feel like it starts to look cakey. It's not a good touch up powder. And although I don't touch up my powder a lot, I don't. I also don't like for a powder to make my face look cakey if I want to use it to touch it up. Because now I just have, like, this is a singular use powder, and I wish it wasn't like that. I know this is some people's favorites because it is quite blurring. It allows for light to bounce off the face. I mean, it's gorgeous. Got a review, take a look at it. It is a really beautiful powder. I just hate that I can't use it for more than just initial application. Like, it bothers me so much when I go to apply this on top just to kind of, you know, take away maybe some shine or just touch up. It looks horrible every time. I've used this with a sponge. I was like, okay, maybe we don't need to use this with the brush. Maybe use it with a sponge. It doesn't work. I was like, okay, maybe I use too much product. Let me use just a little bit of powder on the brush. Nope, don't work at all either. It just, for my skin and for how I know how to use it, it does not work. So I'm disappointed in the powder in that aspect, but in terms of like the initial application of it, it's stunning. It is beautiful. And if you know how to make this work, you know, for touching up, leave it down in the comment section because I'm at a loss as of right now. I can't figure it out. So if you can help me figure it out, please leave us a comment, let us know. So remember, I bought the Chanel, almost all of the products in the #1 skincare line. So I have the mist, the moisturizer, the powder cleanser, and the toner. And then I got a sample size of the Revitalizing Serum. So starting with the Revitalizing Serum, I think this is really, well, actually, let me just say this. First off, after using these products for about a month, these products are best for, I think, people who have about combination skin to about oily skin. Normal skin, if your skin is more normal to maybe combination, okay? Because I feel like my skin is pretty normal and some parts of my skin are drier right now because of the winter weather. And after using these products for a couple of weeks, I felt like my skin was starting or was still feeling a little dry in certain areas of my face. And I was just like, I felt the need for something more moisturizing. So I was like, okay, I'm using these products. They leave a beautiful finish on the skin, but I need more moisturization, more hydration. So the Revitalizing Serum, I think, is nice. It's a gel-like texture, light product, applies very nicely over the toner-like product. But I did not purchase the full size, and I won't purchase the full size. I think it's nice, but it's nothing that I feel has made such a difference in my skin that makes you want to purchase the full size. Then with the foam cleanser, the powder cleanser, I actually really do like this. I love that the powder really does melt in the water, so you don't feel any harsh particles on the face. It cleans the face really well. So if I have on makeup, I go on with my makeup remover, and then I can go in with this to get all of the rest of the residue off my face, and it cleans it well. It's gentle. I don't ever feel like my skin feels stripped, and it's really nice. So I do like this. I would recommend this if you're looking for like a powder cleanser. I think this one is nice. And my skin, like I said, doesn't feel stripped and dry after using it. The Revitalizing Lotion, this is essentially a toner. It has a gel-like texture as well. And I did do a full review, like first impressions of these products, so I'll link that video for you. This product, I don't really care for. I really like the La Mer lotion, which is very similar to this product. I like that over this product. I feel like that product is a little bit more hydrating than this product is. So I actually stopped using this product after about 2 weeks. Because I didn't really notice too much of a difference. And like I said, my skin was feeling, you know, in certain parts of my face, feeling more dry, or not more dry, but was still feeling dry. So I stopped using this and just went back to my other product. So I would, like I said, I wouldn't recommend this product for anybody who has, you know, dry skin or maybe normal skin, but you've got some dry areas, because I don't really think you're gonna get that extra hydration that you're looking for. I think it's a beautiful product. And like I said, if you got combination to oily and oily skin, you would probably really love this product. And then lastly, this oil spray, it looks like it would be very hydrating because once you spray it on the face, you see this beautiful glow. But once it dries, there's no moisture left on the skin, or there's no like dew left on the skin. And it has oil in it, but it's a dry oil. So once again, these are products that I think are gonna work beautifully for, number one, these will work very well for me in the summertime when my skin is going to be leaning now more toward being less dry, more normal to a little, you know, oily, because I'm not gonna need as much hydration. But right now, these are not my preferred products to be using because my skin just needs a little bit more. Like, I'll still use them here or there in terms of the cleanser and the moisturizer. I pretty much have stopped using the spray and the toner just to kind of, and the Revitalizing Serum, I don't really reach for that anymore either. So the two products that I would recommend that I really do enjoy, I already talked about the powder cleanser and this moisturizer. Now this moisturizer is nice. I would actually think about picking this up again when I run out. It's a nice, beautiful, whipped, silky cream, and I don't feel the need to add another moisturizer on top after using this. I like to use it in the daytime because I like to use something thicker at night, but it really does make my skin feel really nice and soft and hydrated and moisturized, works well under makeup, and I think it's just really beautifully formulated. So I really do like this one. So yes, as a whole, I think this #1 skincare line is great. I think if you have more complex skin, you know, you've got acne, breakouts, there's like targeted things you want to correct with the skin, this line is not going to be the line for you. This is a line that's for people that, like I said, who've got, you know, in terms of skin type, combination oily to oily, and I just have perfect skin. I just want a little something. I think this line is great for that type of person as well. I've been struggling with breakouts all along my chin, and I'm like, I need more work. I need more work. So I'm trying to clear these breakouts away, and I'm just going back to my tried and true products. So glad to have them, glad to have tried them, but that's where we're at. The last product I want to talk about is amazing. So like I said, I've had breakouts all along my chin. Some of the breakouts I've been able to identify based on products that I've been using. Some of them I have not been able to target, and I'm just going to talk about the hormones. So the Youth to the People. This is the Super Clay Purify Plus Clear Power Mask. This is a clayish mask. You put it on for about 10 minutes, and you put it on the areas on your face that you are having breakouts or anything of that matter. When I tell you this works overnight and you see a difference in the morning, let me tell you. So I've got more of my breakouts along here. I had a nice large breakout here that's still going away, and same over here. And then I've got like smaller bumps over here. So when these were at their worst, I was like, let me try this. I remember when we had them on Behind the Beauty, Kelsey was raving about how she used it, and like overnight her face really cleared up, and other people were talking about it, obviously who were from the brand. So I tried it that first night. I woke up and I was like, oh yes, like it really like sucked out, you know, all of the gunk and really started to dry up my bumps. So then I used it that second night and it did it even more. So I gave myself a break because I didn't want to use it, you know, too many nights in a row. But I'm going to use it again tonight. It does not irritate my skin. There's no scent associated with it. If you don't know anything about the brand, they're a very clean brand, very conscious about the ingredients that they do choose to use, and they really try to use as many natural ingredients as possible. So this is good for hormonal problematic skin. And I like that when you put it on, it applies like in a darker gray type of color, but as it dries, it gets lighter gray. So it's easy to see when it's time to take it off. Because it goes from darker gray to lighter gray. That's just a personal preference. But I really like this, and I will be using this tonight because I need to, you know, continue to work on these bumps, but this is such a good product. So guys, those are all of my favorites from the month of Jan. Oh, I got one more to talk about. Hold on. I knew I was gonna almost forget this, and I'm glad that I remembered. So Cali Ray did a video dedicated to them and the tinted moisturizer, the mascara, and this lip product. This lip product is something you gonna wanna try. It is the most hydrating, succulent, juicy thing that I have tried in a very long time. So think Laneige lip sleeping mask, right? If you've ever tried that, you already know what I'm talking about. Your lips could literally look like the desert, cracked, crusty, peeling, and you put on that lip sleeping mask and all of a sudden now your lips look like rose petals, smooth as a baby's bottom. That is the same effect that I have from this lip balm, lip gloss, but we get a nice pigment with it as well. I love this lip gloss. It's so hydrating. This is a clean brand at Sephora as well. I have the shade Rainbow Blow. Let me show y'all a swatch of it. It's so nice and pigmented. I have worn these in videos and this is the only thing that's on my lips. So there is Rainbow Bow. Y'all know I love pink. But they have other shades. I do intend to pick up other shades because this is so good. I almost forgot about it because it was in my purse. And you know when it goes in your purse and stays there, it's a product to be kept. Just a quick update on the mascara. I am wearing the mascara today. This is a nice everyday mascara. So I did get the mini size because, you know, mascara is one of those things where like once I have a good one that I like, I don't really need to try a whole bunch. But I heard some good things about this one. Really good everyday lengthening mascara. It has some volume to it, but a nice good amount of length is going to be added to your lashes. I like that this does not clump at all, so I can apply multiple layers and I just get more length and, you know, a little more volume. But we have no clumping with this mascara because it is a tubing mascara and it doesn't irritate my eyes. It stays in place. And I think it's great. Like, I don't think it's the, you know, it's like the best mascara on the market, but this is a really good one. I would recommend it if you're interested in it, or if you're just like, you know, I want a new mascara. I want something that's a little different. I would say give this one a try. And like I said, I'll be talking about all the foundations I tried in January in another video, so stay tuned for that. But guys, that's it. Let me know your favorites from January. I cannot wait to hear them. Because there were some other products that came out in January that I have not been able to try, like the new Tom Ford eyeshadow quads, the cream formula. So if you've tried any of the new releases, or if you tried non-new releases, but you're just like, I rediscovered this and I love it, or I, you know, just purchased this, I think you should try it, leave it all down in the comment section below. And if you've made it to this point in the video and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining the Glam Girl Squad. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.